What's up, everybody? Today we are taking over as the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers and attempting to lead them to the top of the NFL. To complete today's challenge, we must win the Super Bowl. With Justin Herbert as our QB and some great youth like Hampton to build around, I do have a feeling this challenge will be super interesting. But before we begin, if you guys could smash that like button, that would be super appreciated as I'm trying to grow my channel. Alright, let's hop into it. Alright, so let's take a look at the squad first. Justin Herbert, of course, going to be a long-term guy for us. He's going to be the quarterback that we stick with for the entirety of the video. I think that they should stick with him. I think he should be their franchise guy. He showed so much potential. Even this year when they had a garbage O-line, the worst O-line in the league, he still made it to the playoffs. So I think it's worth keeping him as a franchise QB. When it comes to our O-line, Slater and Joe Alt are two of the best young O-linemen in the league. Only issue is, of course, they've had injury issues this season. But with them back, I think the O-line will completely transform into one of the better O-lines in the league. Zion Johnson, when he did play with Slater and Alt, he was one of the best run-blocking O-linemen in the league. I believe he ranked 9th best in terms of PFF grade for run blocking, but pass blocking, he's just garbage. So, I don't know. I feel like I stick with him for this season. We definitely do need a center. Becton has to go. Becton wasn't good at run blocking. He wasn't good at pass blocking. He was just garbage all around this year. He's got to go. For now, though, I can just put him as a guard just because he is the high overall. But realistically, he's going to be going very, very soon. Gadsden, I think, is a perfect guy to have as the tight end here. I think he had a great year, breakout year with him. He's still extremely young, of course. He's going to be our future tight end. Seems like Justin Herbert likes him too. Running back-wise, Hampton, I think with a better O-line, he's going to have a much better year. Najee Harris, I think, is worth keeping as a secondary running back option. I think, once again, better O-line equals more production in the running game. So I do think that they'll be better. Receiver-wise, I mean, Johnston had a couple of weeks where people thought he was going to be one of the best receivers in the league. Ended up falling off a little bit there. But I do still like Ladd McConkey and I like Trey Harris. So Johnston's not a bad option. As a wide receiver 2, I feel like we do need a true wide receiver 1. Ladd McConkey's not bad, but this year just wasn't as good as previous years. So I do think that getting a wide receiver 1, pushing Ladd to maybe a wide receiver 2, having Trey as a wide receiver 3, and Johnston as a situational wide receiver 4, I think that will help the team so much in terms of the offense. Let's take a look at the defense, though. It isn't that bad of a defense. This game hates on the defense, but realistically, when they played the Patriots, they looked not bad. They didn't look bad at all. We just have to move some of these guys around. Like Jefferson can go be our free safety, I think. They do have a couple of young guys on here. I mean, I don't mind RJ Mickens. He is decently young. But I feel like we just go for the star dev. I feel like we play this how Madden wants us to play this and get those star dev players starting across the field. Only thing with Tony Jefferson is he's 34. I mean, do we keep him? Nah, he's got to go. He's going to regress so much this season. But yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of positions we got to fix on the D-line. That's for sure. That's definitely one of our worst positions. I mean, Mac, at least if we switch the formation around, we should look a little bit better. So let me actually do that right now. I do want to stick to a base 4-3 or maybe something similar. Let's take a look. What fits better? I mean, what do I want more? Our free safeties to be liking it, or our edge rushers? Probably the edge rushers. Yeah, let's go for this. What is our offense gonna be though? What fits our offense the most? Vertical zone run. I don't mind that. I mean, we do get Justin Herbert's strong arm ability working, which is good. Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with that for this season. Then defensively, now it's gonna look a little bit different. So let me generate the best lineup for a second here. This is the hard one because Thule had a good year. He did have a good year. I think he is easily going to be our #1 option in the edge rushing position. But then what do we do with the rest of our guys? We can put Khalil Mack as an outside linebacker. That could be a shot. It's just like a pure blitz outside linebacker. And then we have Owe on the right side. That could be a shout. We could do that. Yeah, you know what? Let me do that. Let me have Khalil Mack come in as a will linebacker. Have him there. Just because I still want to stick with him for at least one more year. I think he's still good enough to be on this team. And he has that veteran presence, which is kind of what the team needs right now. They need somebody to lead that defense, and I think he can do that. So defensively, he's going to come in and be that position for us. And then it's going to look like, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I feel like we obviously have some holes. Interior D lineman is a huge issue for us. Corners, we could use one. We could definitely use a safety up here instead of Molden. Yeah, I feel like it's okay. You know what? Let's head into the re-signing because we do have to re-sign quite a few of our players here. So let me sim the week, and we don't. I think we actually do have a decent cap. Let me actually take a look. Yeah, we have 144 million in cap, but it's because we do have to re-sign some players. Zion Johnson. This is a tough one. Would you guys re-sign him, hoping that when Joe Alt comes back and when Slater comes back, he is back up to his decent level where he's one of the best run blockers? That would help Amari and Hampton a lot. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they're going to let him go just because of the fact that he had a bad year this year. But it wasn't primarily his fault. Let's see, if he accepts player friendly, okay, he's going to go. You know what, I don't mind letting him go. He didn't have a good year this year. You're only as good as your most recent year, and he just didn't have a good year. So, OA on the other hand, though, I am going to keep. Stat-wise, let me actually see. How did he do stat-wise? Pretty sure he had a decent year. Let me take a look. Who led the team in sacks? Yeah, so he led the team in sacks, but with only 3. So, that isn't that impressive, but he is leading our team. And, I mean, I guess you got to re-sign him. He at least got a few sacks this year on just a not a good defense, like just not a good turnover defense. Benjamin, I do want to re-sign. I think he's not a bad player to have as like a third. Yeah, perfect. As like a third cornerback option. I still have faith in him being okay. Najee Harris. I mean, this year, I don't know. I feel like Kamani Vidal made more sense as a secondary running back. Najee Harris didn't get any opportunities, obviously. I just feel like, yeah, he's got to go. I feel like he's got to go. He's 28 years old. You know, didn't get the opportunities this year. Let him go, and I feel like that's fine. Quentin Johnson, though, I will accept his option. It's going to cost us quite a bit, but that's fine. I mean, I think it's worth it. Kamani Vidal, I think, should be our secondary running back. He really stepped up his game. Oh, wow. We can't franchise tag Vidal. That would cost way too much for a guy of his caliber. Actually, no. 12.5 million, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to franchise tag him just for the 1 year. Khalil Mack does want to stay. I'll let him stay for 1 more year, then I'm going to replace him. How is he not interested in signing? He has so much interest in our team. It's fine. We're going to re-sign him in free agency. Andre James can go, obviously. All of our O-linemen can go. Yeah, we can let a lot of these guys go here. Yeah, no reason to sign any of these guys. Tony Jefferson can go. He's too old. Our long snapper. We actually have a decent long snapper, but he's 37. Yeah, there's no reason to keep him. Okay, we're going to let all these guys go just because I should be able to re-sign them in free agency, or the ones that I do want, like Khalil Mack and stuff, because they are still interested in the team. So let's take a look. First off, running back wise, Javonte Williams really wants to play for us, but I have Kamani Vidal, and Javonte Williams would be nice to have, obviously, but he would just cost a little bit too much for a secondary running back, because I think Omarion Hampton's going to be the future of the squad, so I don't think that it's worth it to sign him. Tight end, no need. O-lineman though, are there any O-linemen even available for us? That's not a bad pickup. As a guard, we get a good veteran presence here. If he would sign for 1 year, that's not a bad deal, because we could easily make the playoffs this year and have a good run. So I don't mind that deal. Shaq Mason, no. Right tackle. Taylor's not terrible in this game. He could go be our right guard. But, I don't know, I feel like he's a little bit too odd. I feel like we can draft a right guard. Jadeveon Clowney had actually a decent year for the Cowboys. So we could sign him if we do want to mix it up a little bit, but I feel like that's not necessary. We have decent D linemen on the outsides. Yeah, edge rushers we don't need. Outside linebackers, maybe we could use one. But let me actually go to Khalil Mack and let's re-sign him. Yeah, he's got crazy value in re-signing for us. He's going to re-sign for us most likely. Yeah, we're so far ahead of anybody else. He's going to cost us a decent price, but I feel like it's worth it. Cody Barton. I feel like Cody Barton, I wouldn't mind. For a 2-year deal, I wouldn't mind him on the team. He is actually pretty good. He's always been on just, not the greatest teams. But at this point, he's actually a decent middle linebacker option. He could easily be our choice. Franklin could be a good guy to have as a secondary guy. Logan Wilson's not terrible as well. I might want to resign. Might want to sign him for 1 year. You guys know, if you guys watch my channel, I like to build around youth. But if we have this much cap space, I don't mind bringing in those veteran presences, especially for the defense. What about the corners? Any good corners? Not really looking to sign any of these guys here. Free safety and safety. No. Yeah, nobody's really here that I would want. Camden Curl's not bad, but he would have to play free safety for us. And I feel like we can draft a good safety. There's a lot of good safeties in this upcoming draft class. CJ Gardner-Johnson, he could actually be a shout. He could be a shout. He can play free safety for us. I don't mind that, actually. 3-year deal. You get him until he's 31 years old. He's got a decent dev trait. That's fine, yeah. Okay, let's take a look at who we actually end up getting. Let's evaluate our offers. Come on, give us some good signings. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad for the first day. Did we target anybody else? Okay, we didn't get... Who did we not get? We didn't get... Who are we trying to get? Reader? No. I think we didn't get CJ Gardner-Johnson. I think that was the one guy that we couldn't sign. Let's take a look. Safeties. Yeah, he ended up going to the Rams. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. They had a good year this year. Let's see, though. Do we get Logan Wilson? We probably do. Let's take a look. And we do, yeah. So we get 2 good middle linebackers, 2 good veteran presences that can at least be good middle linebackers for this year. Next year, I can easily draft some. There are some good linebackers in these upcoming draft classes. Khalil Mack will be good for this year. We have an older team. It's gonna start regressing like crazy as we go through. But they're all on 1-year, 2-year deals. It's kind of just winning this year and then waiting for next year. And then next year, I feel like we can truly go in on those young players and then, you know, build around them. Okay, pick number 21. That doesn't leave us with infinite options at that point. So let's take a look at what the team even looks like with our free agents before we even look at the picks. What does our team look like? Okay, Caleb Lomu just went. I would have picked him. I honestly would have picked him and put him as a guard. Okay, if we stick with Becton this year, we still need a center. Because I don't think that interior 3 is going to be good enough. How long did we sign him for? Hold on. How long did we sign him for? Let's take a look. Where's this? Yeah, let's see his contract for a second. Okay, Wait, it doesn't even show us. Wait, hold on. Let's see his contract 1 sec. Okay, he's only on a 1-year contract. Maybe I should have signed him for 2 years because I feel like he's going to be good for at least 2 years. But we got to draft an O-lineman. We could draft a wide receiver here at this point. But I feel like we stick with Johnson, Harrison, McConkey just for 1 more year. Running back wise, we're fine. Defensively, we need interior D lineman. That's definitely a pick that we could take. So let's take a look at who's available. Fernando Mendoza is still available. He's going to go number 1 overall in the draft. If he wins the Natty, he's guaranteed number 1. If he doesn't win the Natty, he's still a top 3 pick in my opinion. Unless he completely ruins the game and stuff like that. Mekhi Lemon. That is a huge pickup. But both these guys are just not dropping that low. There's no reason to pretend like I could take them at this point. They wouldn't drop this low in real life. Who else could I take though? Okay, we could take the Penn State guard. That's not a bad option. Caden Proctor is also not a bad option. He's decent for Alabama. It's a lot of physical upside. I feel like with Harbaugh's way that he builds the team, O-line is definitely his biggest thing. And Caden Proctor, I think, fits his ideology perfectly. So we could go for him. We can go for Brandon Siss too, or Sissy. I forget how you pronounce his name, but he's one of the best corners in college. Who else could we pick up? I mean, Amari Washington makes sense if we want an interior D lineman. He's kind of the only one in the draft too that's worth taking. So we might have to go for him. I feel like getting an interior D lineman makes sense at this point. Because Dante Corleone is not bad as well from Cincinnati. Joel Jackson Jr. is not bad. Okay, yeah, we could take one later on, I think. I think they're actually not that bad. What else do we need? We need corners. How many corners are good? Colton Hood would be a good pick, but he's going to be picked most likely first round. Chris Johnson, great pickup. Chandler Rivers would be a great pickup for the team. So I feel like corners we don't have to take now. Yeah, maybe we just stick to that O-lineman. It is our biggest need. It makes the most sense to take an O-lineman. Does this guy value Caden Proctor though? Yeah. You know what? Let's take Caden Proctor. 6'7", 340 pounds. He's going to be a massive guard for us. And he comes in with hidden dev. Him lining up next to Slater just makes sense. I feel like if they're going to pick an O-lineman in the draft, he's definitely one of the best options for them. That's a good pick. That is a good pick. We fix the O-line up for the upcoming season, or at least help it a little bit. Who do we want to pick here though? I'm sure there's wide receivers available. Elijah Surratt. He is a very good wide receiver in the draft. I think he's so underrated. He is Indiana's #1 target, and this guy catches literally everything that Fernando Mendoza throws his way. I think he should be a high round 2 pick. Maybe even a late round 1. I am super, I'm a big fan of Elijah Surratt. I think he's a great player. I think he's one of the top 3 best wide receivers in this draft class. And that's saying a lot because this draft class has some good wide receivers. What do we want to take, though? Do we want to take the wide receiver position? We could go for Chris Brazzell Jr., who's a good deep threat. That could be a shout, but let's take a position that we need more. And I think Chris Johnson makes sense here. Anthony Hill Jr. as a future middle linebacker makes sense. We could go for Chandler Rivers. He's a good pickup here. Okay, but this guy doesn't even know ball, man. This guy that created the draft class does not know ball. Should we go Chris Johnson then? Chris Johnson, though, we took in our last video. We could go for a safety. Rod Moore is a good safety. Eli Stowers, if we do want a 2 tight end formation. Whit Weeks could be a good option. We could get another O-lineman. Oh, this is a tough pick. This is a tough pick, but I feel like at this pick, take the potential wide receiver 1. And I think a lot of people would think it's Chris Brazzell Jr. I mean, okay, the guy that made this draft class just doesn't know anything, man. Do we take Elijah Surratt then? Because Elijah Surratt, we know. Wow, 40th in speed. There's no way he's the 40th fastest player in the draft class. There's no way. Okay, we'll skip him then for now. Jacoby Lane could be a shout. I feel like he fits the Chargers team. But once again, the guy that made the draft class. AJ Halsey? That could be a pick. But I feel like it makes the most sense to go for Chandler Rivers here. Chris Johnson most likely will be gone by here. I don't think he's going to stay. Or do we go for Anthony Hill and trade one of our middle linebackers? We could. You know what? Let's go for Anthony Hill Jr. He fits the squad very nicely. I think that he would be a perfect player to lead in the future. He's a hidden dev. He's a good run stopper. He is one of the best players on that Texas defense. And the Texas defense obviously had some issues throughout the year. But he's still a good talent. He's a raw talent for sure. So I do think that the coaching staff will have to work with him a lot. But I think it's worth it. I think it is worth it. CJ Daniels. I mean, at this point, none of these wide receivers seem to be like good options for us. I feel like next year is such a good wide receiver class. We'll just wait till then. Skylar Bell, though. Skylar Bell makes sense. I believe he has the most yards in all of CFB. He's fast. He's a good, reliable option. But no, we got to take positions I need here. And Emmanuel McNeil Warren makes the most sense. He's a good safety. Okay, the guy ranked him at 167. That's fine. I'm going to manually switch some of their stats because the guy that made this draft class just doesn't know ball at all. Especially college. This guy, the only reason why I use this draft class, it is a pretty good draft class for having the right names. Like, it has pretty much almost everybody that's going to declare for the draft. But they don't get the stats right. Omar Cuba Jr. Ooh, we could go for him. We could go for him. He's also a great Indiana player. He's one of their best players, but he does have injury issues. No, we got to go for D lineman. Jarrell Jackson Jr. makes sense here. Not the fastest player, not the best physical player, but he is just a big guy. Yeah, he's a big guy. We're just going to keep him in the middle. He's strong. I mean, I feel like he could be potentially a good player if we do develop him right. 5th round. At this point, we don't have any other picks in the draft. We only have up to the 5th round pick. Who do we want to take? Do we take Jacoby Lane? Do we take Eugene Wilson? No, but I think Eugene Wilson... Hold on, Eugene Wilson? Draft status. I don't think he actually declared. Yeah, he has... Yeah, he just transferred to LSU. So he's not even coming in the draft, so it doesn't make sense to pick him here. Eric Rivers, no. David would be a good pickup. Kobe's not actually that good of a player. Lavon Moss, Sandman Perkins. Perkins could be an outside linebacker for us, easily. Chicago Davis, though? Chicago Davis. He actually plays for Washington, not Arizona. But he's had injury issues this season. If he doesn't have injury issues, I feel like he does stay as one of the better corners in the league. I feel like that's perfectly fine to take him at this point. It is a round 5 pick, so you're kind of just hoping that he's good. And that's a good draft. I honestly think that's a good draft. I'm going to mess with their stats a little bit here, and then I'm going to show you guys the full team. Okay, and this is what the squad looks like. And by the way, sorry guys, I said that Owe has had 3 sacks in the season. That was 3 sacks in the postseason. I knew he had more sacks, so I was like, wait, it's got to be wrong. And I was looking at postseason stats. He did have 7.5 sacks this season. Thule had 13, obviously. But yeah, very, very interesting season overall. But this is what the squad looks like. And as you can see, we do have a good safety in. Anthony Hill needs to come up and replace one of these two guys that we got in the free agency. We're going to have to sell one of them. It's probably going to be Cody Barton, just because he's going to hold a lot of value at 29 years old with that superstar dev. And realistically, he's not going to develop like crazy at 29 years old. So I'd rather have Logan Wilson as our middle linebacker 2, Anthony Hill as our middle linebacker 1, and then Cody Barton gone. When it comes to the corners, we're looking good. Jackson, Takario Davis, St. Juice, not bad still. As a fourth option is good. We do need a D-tackle though. That's kind of one of the positions we still need. And I feel like that's probably the only position. Maybe a center. I was thinking a center, but I mean, I think we wait till the draft next year, because I don't think we're going to be Super Bowl champions this year. So I think I'd rather wait till next year to completely fix the O-line, and then we'll make a run to the Super Bowl, because the O-line is going to stop us from making the Super Bowl. So that's going to help us get a little bit of a better draft pick. And then next year, we can have a good run. Because, yeah, Justin Herbert, I think, yeah, Justin Herbert still has 4 years left, so we don't have to worry about his contract for a very long time. And most of these guys still have at least a couple of years. So I think we'll be okay just to tank a little bit this season. Yeah, so guard-wise, we're good. There's nobody that we have to get rid of because of cap or anything. Bozeman does cost $4 million. Becton should go. I think I should trade him here. Just use him in some sort of trade package. Owe and Thule both can stay, obviously. Thule's going to cost us quite a bit when we do have to re-sign him, which sucks. And then we do have to pick up that D-tackle. So what do we want to use as trade value? Okay, we'll use... Oh, but Cody Barton, we have 2 years, though. Okay, we'll keep Cody Barton, and we'll take Logan Wilson, and we'll get rid of him, because he only has 1 year left on his deal. And then we do have 2... Henley, we're going to have to re-sign. That's going to suck. Khalil Mack is going to be gone at the end of the year. I mean, we're not in the best situation. But we can also use Molden as trade value. And I think all 3 of these guys could get us a... What could we use the most? A center? But I feel like a D-tackle makes more sense. You know what? What if we get Shamar Turner, who has locker room issues? They could get rid of him. And Drew Dahlman. This would cost us at least a second here. Maybe even a first. Maybe a third. We'll see. How does it... Oh, the cap. Okay, wait. If we take off Elijah Molden and Wilson, we're not going to be able to get this. But with a second and a third, we might be able to get this. Let's take a look. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. We get rid of a second, which Drew Dahlman is worth a second at this point in the game with that star dev at his age. And then the third round is easily worth Shamar Turner. Plus, we get rid of Becton, who's going to save us a little bit of cap. And we still have our trade value assets that we took off that we can still use. So I feel like that's worth it. Yeah, so Becton's gone. We still have a couple more trade value assets. Let's bring in... Who is the... Yeah, Logan Wilson has to go. Then who's the other guy we were getting rid of? Oh, yeah, Molden. Okay, so... Derwin James is on a 1 year deal too. It's going to be such a difficult re-signing phase. And Vidal's on 12 mil. Oh, yeah, because he has that franchise tag. That's fine. I'll leave him on franchise tag. Do we get a receiver at this point? No, I feel like we stick with these receivers. We now have our center in Drew Dahlman. We have guards now. We have a tackles. We have... yeah, let's go for D-tackle. I feel like we still need a D-tackle. We have some options. I mean, our D-tackle position isn't that bad. Justin did get 6 sacks this season, so he had a good year. I'm just thinking Madden-wise, is he worth keeping? I think he's worth keeping. I think he had a good enough year in real life that he's worth keeping. So let's just trade these 2 players, and what can we get instead? Maybe we'll trade... Dante Jackson. How did he actually do in real life? Who led the team in interceptions? Dante Jackson led the team in interceptions, but he is 30 with 1 year left on his deal. Is the team going to re-sign him? Maybe not, because he's going to cost a lot to re-sign. How did Still do? Still didn't do that crazy this season. Actually, hold on. Yeah, Still only had 53 tackles, no interceptions, 7 passes defended, which isn't bad. 5 tackles for losses. Decent season? Yeah, you know, like he had a decent season. I mean, is he worth trading here? Because I do want to trade to get a better player, but it just doesn't seem like it's worth it. Like, Benjamin seems like the guy we should get rid of out of the 4 of these guys. Like, Benjamin's not bad as a player, but $7 million for a 28 years old player that only got 1 interception this season, only 37 tackles this season. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's hard to choose between these corners. Like, I mean, he's one of the best corners in the league when it comes to rating. I don't know. I feel like he just has so much value at a 28-year-old. As a 28-year-old, he's ranked 9th best PFF value. And I'm not a big PFF guy, but if we get rid of him now, he has so much value, and he's a 28-year-old. If we get rid of him, we have Takayo Davis to take his place. We have Dante Jackson, who's still in a freak when it comes to getting interceptions. We have Tayyib still, who's not a bad 4th option, and then we can get a good corner with this. I feel like it's worth it. We get rid of the number 9 corner in the league, but we can get somebody younger. Yeah, I feel like it's worth it. Let me know in the comments, would you guys get rid of him because of the cap hit and the age? Or which other corner would get rid of? Like, getting Jermod McCoy from this trade would just... Yeah, we wouldn't be able to get him. I was going to say, that would be a huge trade for us to get, because he's definitely a first-round value player. Christian Benford, Maxwell Harrison. They wouldn't give up Maxwell Harrison, I don't think, but... Like, I feel like... If we could get Christian Benford, that's not a bad option. Obviously, Sertan is not going to go. Barron's not a bad player as well. There are some good players, but I need somebody like above. Jacob Parrish does have the superstar dev. He does. Benjamin Morrison is a beast, though. He is a beast. I think he's the future of this league when it comes to corners. Let's take a look at how he did this season. Benjamin Morrison. I actually think he did he get injured? Can't remember if he got injured or not this season. He ended up with not a great grade, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that the defensive coordinator just didn't have a good season this year. But I honestly think that he is a good player. I know. In college, he was a beast. One of the best players coming out of college. He came from Notre Dame. I think with another year, he'll end up being a good player. This year, not the greatest year. But I think next year, he's going to step it up once this defense gets, a little bit better. But Jacob Parrish, I don't know. Like, there's just so many options. So many options when it comes to corner. And getting rid of St. Just doesn't make sense unless we replace him with somebody that's like crazy good. I mean, Jacob Parrish had a decent season for a 21-year-old. I mean, he had 2 interceptions. Would this be a good trade? I mean, he is 20. Oh my gosh, the cap hit. Okay, wait. If we get Jacob Parrish for him, we get rid of Elijah Molden from this trade and Logan Wilson. No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, you know what? I'm going to keep St. Just. He's too good of a player to let him go. He's too good of a player, to let go at this point in the game. So I feel like that's fine for cornerbacks. I feel like, let me just use Molden and let me use Logan Wilson. And let's just try to get some draft pick back for him. If we can get a round 2, that'll be worth it, I think. I don't think we'll get a round 2 for this, but like a round 3. I feel like a round 3 is worth it as well. For these two guys, for round 3, it's not bad. We get rid of 2 extra players. We get a pretty high draft pick in this upcoming draft class, which is a good draft class. And I think that's fine. So guys, it took me a while to figure out that quarterback situation. I think they're just in such an iffy position with their team, just based on like age and production, that it's just hard to choose who we should keep and who we should get rid of. Okay, so I think this is a decent team. Anthony Hill, though, is going to be our linebacker 1. Offensively, we're good. We could have got center, but once again... Oh, yeah, we did get a center. We got Drew Dahlman. Yeah, so that's good for that. I feel like this is fine, honestly. I feel like for this year, because we're not going to try to go to the Super Bowl this year, it's fine. And we're playing the Chargers in the first game of the season. We're playing the Cardinals in the first game of the season. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get this win. This is a home game as well, so we should be good. I mean, the Cards aren't very good. Like, realistically, unless they drafted another QB other than 5'2" Kyler Murray, I think they're going to be in a bad position next year. Unless they stick with Brissett, which, why? Unless you're tanking, which in this game, it seems like they are sticking with him, which is, it's not, I mean, if you're tanking, okay, fine. Tank for Jeremiah Smith, tank for a lot of other players in that draft class. If you want Arch Manning, you can tank for him too. Like, I mean, if you're going to tank, put Brissett as a QB, it's not the worst option. Oh, shoot, we got to get that. Okay, to start, he is throwing all over us in this game, but it's fine. Our defense needs time to adjust. We still are a very young defense with a lot of our new players, so it's going to take us time. Yup, we're there. Let's go. Good tackle. 2nd and 5. Let's go for a cover 1 QB spy. We don't need a QB spy, obviously, but I'm going to take Anthony Hill, and I'm going to man coverage Trey McBride. And yeah, I feel like that's better. Yup, we're there. We're there. Let's go. Nice play. Very good play here. Overload, 3-seam press. Let me have him on man with McBride as well. Let me take Barton and play zone. Okay, we just got burned against McBride there. We got burned so bad. Okay, Marvin with a good catch. But I'm more focused on McBride. I should remember that they do still have Marvin Harrison Jr., who I still think is a top-level receiver. I just think he needs to have a better quarterback and be put in a situation where he has more confidence. I genuinely think he could be a top 10 receiver in the league. And that's not even like a crazy statement. Oh my gosh, Wilson. Wilson, though, had a breakout year. He did. I mean, under Brissett, he was looking much better. So maybe he will be one of their future studs, but we'll see. Okay, let's play zone. Yeah, we don't have to worry about Brissett. Oh my gosh. I was going to say we don't have to worry about Brissett running or anything like that. He's a little bit too old for that, but let's take a look. Okay, wait. Yeah, give me McNeil Warren. Let's help out with this side. I might blitz this. No, I'm not going to blitz. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Miss the throw, 4th and 7. That's some good defense. We do get the ball back. We do get the ball back, and we have a chance to use our newly improved offensive line. I want to straight off the bat test out the run game. That's an amazing kick. Oh my gosh. Starting on the 9. I do want to test out the O-line to start, just to see how much we've improved. Okay, Gadsden isn't the craziest blocker, but we do get some decent blocks there. And there we go, Martin Hampton, 5 yards to start off his year. Let's try some pass blocking. Let's see if our O-line can still be good. We do need some other tight ends, though, because as you can see, our formations use a lot of multiple tight end formation, multiple tight end plays, and we only really have Gadsden. Like, he's kind of the only truly good tight end, or like great tight end, I think. And he has that age, too. Okay, we get stopped there. I'm gonna call my first time out. I didn't realize there's only 26 seconds left in the half. Let's go double slants. Nothing seems too open here, unless we go McConkey on a zig instead. Yeah, let's see if McConkey's open. Okay, he's not, but that's good. That's right in the middle. Nice, good throw to Trey Harris. Let's go. Let's go. One of my personal favorite players coming out of the draft, too. 4 verticals? Yeah, let's go 4 verticals here. We need to get within field goal range. Cameron Dicker can hit from decently far. I mean, he is one of the better young kickers in the league, but send it up. Yup, nice play. Nice play to Gadsden. That's what he's known for. That's going to be our last time out. I'm going to go for 4 verticals. Let's see if Trey Harris can beat him on the outside. If he can, I'll probably just throw it away. Yeah, I think I'm just going to throw it away here. X was open, but I'm going to throw it away. Take the field goal. I just need to take those easy points. And this should be a good kick. Let's see if I can line this up nicely. Nice. Cameron Dicker. Nice. Okay, that should be in. Let's go. Good stuff. Okay, easy 3 points there. 6 seconds left in the half. They're not going to be able to do anything, so let's just sim along. And here we go. We get the ball back too, which is going to be good. Let's start off the running game. Let's run to the left here. We do have a new interior offensive line, which are good at run blocking. And yeah, 8 yards, 9 yards maybe. That's good. It's good. We need to get Martin Hampton as many reps as possible. I think he's going to be the future, a future top 10 running back in the league, I think. He's good. He's honestly good. I don't think he's Jinty good, but I do think he's up there with some of the better young players in the league. Let's go for a play action tight end scissors. I just don't like the route that McConkey's running. And I don't like the fact that we have Matlock out here. Yeah, we need another tight end. Bang. What a throw to Gadsden. And he has so much speed for a tight end. There we go. There we go. What a play. Justin Herbert is cooking. He is cooking today. With the new O-line, I think with a good O-line, Justin Herbert is a top 10 QB in the league guaranteed. I still think he's a top 10 QB in the league, even with a bad O-line. Maybe even a top... Is he top 5? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. If you're not a Chargers fan. If you're a Chargers fan, obviously you're going to say he's a top 5. But I don't know. I feel like, okay, Drake May is a top 5 QB in the league. Obviously Stafford at this point is top 5 QB in the league. You have to include Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen. Yeah, that's the top 5, I think, as of right now. Then under him, you have like the next level, which is Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert. Yeah, I feel like he could be a top 7 QB, but I don't think he's a top 5 just yet. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. He's a great QB though, and he's still pretty young, so he has plenty of years to develop into that top QB role. And we do get the TD there. That's pretty easy TD. Let's jump to the next play. We should be able to get this, and let's get back on defense. Our defense seems to be where we're struggling right now, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. We have a lot of young players. They haven't run the ball, I think, all game. Yeah, once again, they don't run the ball. I mean, it's working out for them. It is working out for them. We do hold down Marvin Harrison, luckily. Let's go cover 2 invert. I'm actually going to switch the angle for this play just so I can use McNeil Warren. How about... Yep, that's fine. Oh, nasty route. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect that route out of all the routes. But we do get the sack. Wait, who got the sack there? I think it was 96 on our team. I didn't see the number. But we do get a sack. That's a good play. We finally get the quarterback. Let me use our Tacario Davis. We're playing as a deep safety. I'm watching Marvin Harrison. Yeah, let me watch Marvin Harrison. Good play. I'm going to follow him. I knew it! I knew it! Oh my gosh. I knew I had to follow him. They're finding him. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me switch it. Let me get Tacario Davis playing man coverage to Marvin Harrison, because his man coverage is very, very good. And I'm going to play McNeil as a deep wide receiver. Hit him. Bang! Sit down. Let's go. Good stuff. But yeah, I need somebody man coveraging Marvin Harrison this entire time. You go man coverage for... Oh, it doesn't let me do it. Shoot. Hold on. Let me just help out with Harrison here. Oh, no way we're going to let Brissett run us. Oh my gosh. It's fine. There's a minute 25 left in the game. He's wasting time. It is what it is. Let's go St. Juiced on Marvin Harrison. Okay, it's fine. We can just stay here. Oh, good throw. We were there too. I was spamming triangle thinking that we could get that pick 6. But that was a good throw. Okay, let's stick with Thule. Let's see if I can get a sack, because we haven't gotten too many sacks in this game. Shoot. Shoot. Hold him down, please. Let's go. Good tackling. Good tackling from Dante Jackson there. Okay, let me use her Hill. I haven't actually used it Hill yet. Okay, watch McBride. Oh, the middle's wide open. Somebody get him, please. Oh my gosh, how is he brushing that off? We just got big man. Oh my gosh. There's no way. There's no way Brissett shrugs off a tackle from a massive 300-pounder there. It's okay. They do have to go for the onside kick. I don't think they'll get it, so it should be okay. Yeah, let's do hands team instead, rather than the base. Come on, let's get this. If we mess this up, I'm gonna be so mad. I've actually never messed up an onside kick in this game. Yeah, we got it, Johnston. Nice, good stuff. Okay, that should win the game. We can just QB kneel at this point, I think. Yeah, we can QB kneel and win the game. So we do win our first game of the season against the Chargers. It was a little bit more difficult than I expected, but that's fine. We win the game. We move on. Okay, and 11-6 and making the playoffs is a good season. It's obviously the same as how they finished last year. We're into the wild card round against the Steelers. I think that's going to be a good game. I'm not going to play in the wild card games. I'm not going to allow myself to do that. I'm only going to allow myself to play in the Super Bowl games. Normally, if I take over a good team like the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Ravens, I don't allow myself to play in any playoff games unless I make it to the Super Bowl. I think that's just fair. I think it makes it more of a coaching rebuild rather than a just player rebuild. Otherwise, I could just hop into any game, win every single game, and easily win the Super Bowl in every single year that I make the playoffs. So I'm going to sim this week, but I do want to... Okay, 6th in the NFL for passing yards. Justin Herbert really showing out this season. 39 TDs, 8 interceptions, 29 sacks isn't the worst. That's not terrible compared to previous years. That's not that bad. How many sacks did they allow this season? I'm curious. How many sacks did the Chargers allow this season? Probably like a ridiculous amount, right? Probably. They allowed 37 sacks. And that's probably with Justin Herbert avoiding at least 20 of those. But 30, oh my gosh, that's insane. Okay, Amari Hampton did have a good season. Vidal, though, had a garbage season as a secondary running back. But he didn't get too many attempts, but he only averaged 2.9 yards. He was kind of just our end zone guy. He also fumbled. I feel like he can honestly go. I put him on a franchise tag thinking that he would be a good player, but this year he just completely just did not have anything going for him. Receiving wise though, 1,000 receivers, including Gadsden at 1,000 yards at a tight end. Wow. Okay. That is insane. That is insane. So that is definitely going to be one of the best tight end seasons we've ever seen. He averages 59.5 yards a game. Wow, okay, so very good year from him. One of our best receivers by far. Quentin Johnson almost got 1,000 yards as well. We almost had 4,000 receivers, which I've never had in any of my videos, but that's insane. Martin Hampton, decent amount of receiving yards as well. Blocking-wise, who led the most sacks? Okay, Slater, but that's fine. It is a blindside position, so it's not that bad. He is going to let the most sacks. I feel like that's fine. Wait, how did the rest of our O-line additions, though? How did they do? Okay, 5 sacks for you. 5 sacks for you as a center is quite a bit. Caden Proctor, though, had a great season. Only 2 sacks allowed from him. Tackle-wise, only one 100-plus tackler, which is okay. Thule did get 10 tackles for losses. Most sacks was Khalil Mack, so bringing him back for that year made sense with 13 sacks. 2 interceptions as well. 9.5 for Thule. Owe, though, had a good season as well, so it was great to re-sign him. Jarrell Jackson Jr., one of our rookies, had 4.5, and then Caldwell did have 4 with Justin. So we had a lot of 3 tackle formations, clearly, because all these guys had pretty decent seasons. 3 interceptions for both Henley and Jackson. Good seasons from them. St. Jude didn't have the greatest season. Jakario Davis didn't have the greatest season as well, but he did have almost 100 tackles, which is good. Who had the most forced fumbles? Only 1 for all these guys. Okay, yeah, good season stat-wise. Very good season stat-wise. I think that's not bad. So let's sim to the Super Bowl, and let's see if we make it there. If we make it there, we'll hop into the game. If not, that's totally fine. We can do another season. I'm excited for this year's draft if we don't make it. And we don't make it, okay? It's going to be the Bills versus the Giants. Wow. What a weird Super Bowl. Let me take a look at the playoff bracket. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, where are we? Hold on. Okay, we're here. We lost to the Steelers first round. Shoot, that's tough. And they lost to the Bills second round. And then the Bills beat the Patriots in the championship round. And then it's going to be the Bills versus the Giants. The Giants beat the Lions, the Seahawks, and the Vikings to make it to the Super Bowl. Very, very interesting results. I mean, yeah, very interesting. We have to sim. We have a lot of players to re-sign this season. We might not even have enough cap to re-sign all of them. I probably should have done a better job of getting rid of the 1-year deal guys. But it is what it is. We're going to have to re-sign them. If we don't re-sign them, we're going to have space to draft in those positions anyway. So it's not the worst situation. I feel like out of any sport, football actually doesn't have that bad of a cap system. Like, it's not that bad. NHL's cap system is so bad. It's just so difficult to keep guys under cap and have a good team overall. But yeah, football is not that terrible. Okay, Joe Alt, of course, accepting his option. Thule, guaranteed we're accepting his option. You can easily get three years. Easily. I could sign him for 5 or 6 years, and I'd be happy with it. Derwin James, he does need to be re-signed, but I don't even think he's going to want to re-sign for us. And he does. Okay, Derwin James does stay. Henley did progress a lot this year. I don't mind putting him on a normal deal, and he does. Okay, he does stay as well. Who else? Dante Jackson, is it worth keeping him at 31 years old? Who else do we have to re-sign, though? Let me scan down. Okay, Ferguson, no. Khalil Mack, I want him for 1 more year. He had such a productive year. I want him for 1 more year. Yeah, he can stay. Just for his last year of his career, most likely. Anybody else we got to re-sign? Scott's not bad. I mean, we do have Cameron Dicker. I could just keep Scott for just like 3 years. I feel like I might as well just keep him. Yeah, let's just keep him so that we don't have to worry about punters in like the free agency. And then Jackson, I don't mind keeping him for 1 more year. He's most likely going to retire within the next couple of years because he is regressing. But I don't mind him for this year. I mean, he brought us to the playoffs. Didn't end up winning, but I feel like that's fine. Yeah, that's a good season. We still have 50 mil in the cap, so we have plenty of things to do in the free agency that we can work with. But I do want to see what our actual squad looks like now in Season 3. Okay, in Season 3, let's take a look. And we need another tight end, guaranteed. We need a guard, that's for sure. So a guard, a tight end. I mean, we don't need a receiver because Johnson had a great season. 1,000 yards for him. We do not need any receivers. It seems like Justin Herbert loves the receivers that he has. 3 of that 1,000-yard receivers is definitely worth it to keep. Actually, no, Johnston was the only one I think who didn't get 1,000 yards. But that's fine. I'll keep him, obviously. We need a backup running back. So running back and tight end are only 2 needs on this. Oh, no, we need a guard too. So we have 3 needs on the offense. On the defensive side of the ball, we need a bit of linebacker, but I actually like Junior Colson. He was one of my favorite players coming out of that draft. I think if they give him a shot, he would fit very well on this team. I think if they give him a shot, he's going to be a good player. So I don't mind these two guys as our starting middle linebackers. Hill only went up to a normal dev, which sucks. Tacario Davis did progress quite a bit. We could use a third corner, but cornerback-wise, we actually did okay last season. Actually, no, we didn't. We didn't have too many interceptions. Did we? No, I don't think we did. I think Jackson had 2. I think that was the most in our team. D-line-wise, we're good. All these defensive linemen are worth staying. We had plenty of sacks this season. Very productive defensive line. So let's take a look at who's available. Okay, there's a lot of guys interested in us. This is huge. Quarterback-wise, obviously we don't need a quarterback. Running back-wise, though, we need a secondary running back. Who do we take here? Do we take a guy like Jordan Mason? That's honestly not a bad choice, because that only costs us $5 million in cap. He can easily be our fullback too. That's not bad. 78 strength, not bad in the end zone as well. I feel like that's not bad. Wide receiver wise, we don't need any of these guys. Tight end though, I need a second tight end. Sam Laporte is a little bit of an overkill, especially for 18 million. Even though he's interested in us, I feel like that's a little bit too much. I wouldn't mind AJ Barner. He's a good player. Washington. I mean, we might as well go for the younger guy in Riley Williams. He's got good speed as well. Let's pick him up. Yeah, so there's 2 guys. That brings us down to around 40 million cap still. And we need a guard. Give me a guard. And honestly, anybody that's like established. Jenkins. Jenkins could easily play as a guard for us. Wyatt Teller could be a good option too. O'Neal. Do we get O'Neal instead? What do we want more? O'Neal, who's cheaper? Okay, Jenkins is way cheaper. And Jenkins could be our true center. Because we have Drew Dahlman. Drew Dahlman could easily go be a guard for us. Yeah, I don't mind that. Send him for 2 years. Yeah, we're first in this board. Perfect. Okay, so there's 3 out of the 5 players we can try to sign. We don't need any more O-linemen. We don't need any more D-tackles or edge rushers. Linebacker-wise, I think we're okay. Middle linebacker-wise, Jack Campbell would be nice, but we could use Jack Campbell. Him and Anthony Hill Jr. with Junior Colson as a flex 3 would be okay. That would actually be sick. If we can get him for just normal, that would be worth it. And we can. Okay, so he really wants to play for us. Jack Campbell coming to the team would be sick. He's had a great year with the Lions. Okay, outside linebackers we don't need. Corners, maybe 1, but none of these guys really appeal to me. Safety-wise, we have our safeties. We don't need these safeties. Yeah, kicker and punter. Obviously, we have good kicker and punter. Do we need a long snapper? No, I think we're good. Okay, I think we are good. Let's take a look at who we've targeted. Let's evaluate our offers. Do we sign all 4 here? We might. Give us all 4. Oh, we get 3 out of the 4. We get Jenkins, Jordan Mason, and Riley Williams. Who did we miss out on? I think it was our guard. Oh no, Jack Campbell. Okay, you know what? Out of all the guys that I was targeting, he's one of those guys that I didn't actually desperately need. I don't mind Junior Colson being our starting, or being our secondary middle linebacker. So I feel like that's fine. That works out perfectly. We get Jenkins for the O-line. We get Mason for the backup running back. We get Riley Williams for the backup tight end. That works out nicely. Let's head to the draft and let's see who we want to pick up. Okay, pick number 21. So a little bit better than last year. I think that's 1 spot better than last year, I think. So let's take a look at who we can even pick at this point. Colin Simmons goes first. Jeremiah Smith goes second. Realistically, Jeremiah Smith is going first in the draft next year. Pretty much guaranteed, unless he completely falls off next year. It's going to be him. Even if the team needs a quarterback, they're going to take Jeremiah Smith. He's a generational player. He is the next Jamar Chase. He's the next Justin Jefferson. He's been better than both of them in his freshman year. Sophomore year wasn't as productive, but he also was in a team with Carnell Tate and a lot of other super talented players. But Jeremiah Smith is going to be the next Hall of Famer. Guaranteed. Coming out of the wide receiver position. So he's going to go first, but he goes second in this draft. Malik Murphy goes third. David Stone, Leonard Moore, Scott, Stewart, Manning. Okay. I mean, realistically, not a lot of these guys I would have drafted anyway. Who do we want to take? Okay, we don't need a quarterback, but Cam Coleman. But we don't need a wide. I don't want to mess up our wide receiver core. Even though Cam Coleman is probably the no-brainer pick at this point, if we have 3,000-yard receivers, there's kind of no reason to have him. Ryan Williams, same thing. Like, I have 3,000-yard receivers. Do we even want a guy like Ryan Williams? It doesn't make sense, even though both these guys are insane. Mincy, Lubin, Drake Bowen. Drake Bowen could be a shout. We could also get Corey Parrish. Who would even be worth upgrading to? Or do we just trade this pick? Because there's so many good players, but who would be worth getting rid of for a draft pick? Yeah, like I don't think wide receiver is worth it. We have 3,000 receivers. We do not need it. Now, hold on. Let's generate a lineup with our free agents. We need a guard. Oh yeah, we need a guard. Oh no. No, we're gonna have Domino Jenkins playing guard. So we don't need that. We don't need a wide receiver. Don't need a running back. Defensively, we could use a middle linebacker maybe. Safety, McLaurin is good enough. Do we take a corner here? And have one of the best 5 corner man lineups in the league? We could. Honestly. We could take a corner. Okay, so corner or middle linebacker makes the most sense here. So who out of those 2 positions are on the board? Okay, corner. Okay, Drake Bowen. He's good. But I feel like if there's a better corner, Ashton Hampton's not bad, but not really worth this pick at this point. Yeah, I feel like, you know what? Yeah, there's just, do we take the wide receiver? I don't know. I'm sure people watching this video, if you guys are a Chargers fan, you guys are instantly looking at me like, come on, get us Cam Coleman, get us Ryan Williams. And I'm big on Ryan Williams. I'm doing it. I think Justin Herbert would have a field day with a wide receiver like Ryan Williams. He has so much upside. He is insanely talented. Yes, he's had some crazy bad drops this season, but as a player, he is one of the most raw prospects we've seen. If he can develop his hands a little bit more and just hold on to those balls, he is one of the most athletic players in this entire draft class. I am still a big fan of Ryan Williams despite his mistakes, and I think he will be a good player at the next level. At this point in the draft, I don't need any of these players, so I don't mind picking up a running back just as a 3rd running back option. Jordan Marshall's not a bad player, unless you want to take a tight end, because this is our last pick in the draft, I think. So let's take Justin Jolly, because I do have a lot of formations with 3 tight ends. I don't mind him as a vertical threat tight end. He's going to come in as a normal dev player, but he's at least going to be a good option. Oh, we do have a 4th round pick. Oops. Okay, maybe I should have taken the running back there. Yeah, we don't need a lot of these players. We have no places to improve our team with any of these like 4th round caliber players. So I feel like it's not worth taking any of these guys, except for guys that we actually could use. And yeah, none of these guys are worth taking. I feel like we just take that running back that we were looking for. Buckley's here. Ruben Owens is here. Ruben Owens is a good player. I feel like he could be an option. Justice Haynes is here. Justice Haynes, I think, is actually going in the draft this year. So let me not take him. Cedric Alexander is good as well. Let me just take the highest overall player. Buckley, no. Emmett Johnson. Emmett Johnson makes sense. He's one of the best running backs in the league. Yeah, you know what? Let's take Emmett Johnson. One of the best running backs in college at this point. A lot of people have him as one of the top 10 Heisman favorites this year. He had a great year. So I don't mind him taking him as a 3rd running back option. Who are we going to take with our round 5 pick? Okay, we honestly don't need this pick, so I might just sim the rest of the draft. Because I don't think that I'm going to get anybody worth taking. Isaiah Horton. I mean, Bethel Roman's good as well. Let's take Bethel Roman just as like a 5th wide receiver option. I mean, he's just going to be very situational. But with his speed, I feel like he'll be okay. And then we're just going to sim the rest of the draft. Okay, let's take a look at the squad. We now have a pretty decently high overall team. We're going to start developing like crazy throughout the year. So let's put, who do we want as a guard more? I feel like Jenkins makes sense to be a guard more. I feel like he could transition a little bit better than Dahlman. And I feel like he would keep a lot of his overall as a right guard. So let me throw him in as a right guard. He'll go play that position for us. Hopefully he develops there. Hopefully he is a good player. I'm sure he will transition fairly easily. Yeah, he keeps his overall. He's still an 86 overall. I feel like that's a good O-line. Tight end wise, we're now good. We have 3 capable tight ends. I'm going to put Ryan Williams all the way up in 2nd wide receiver slot. Quinton, this is tough. Do we put Trey Harris or Johnston? I feel like Johnston could be a situational wide receiver 4. Trey Harris wide receiver 3. Because Trey Harris did have 1,000 yards last year. Johnston didn't. So I feel like, I think it was, McConkey, Harris, and Gadsden were the one with 1,000 yards. So Ryan Williams as a wide receiver 2 makes more sense. Running backs wise, we're fine. We have lots of option. Why is Ryan Williams? Wait, is that Ryan Williams? No, who is that? Oh no, Riley Williams. No, Riley Williams is not going to be our fullback. Our fullback can actually be Jordan Mason, and then our secondary running back, or like a situational running back, can be Emmett Johnson. I think that makes more sense. Quarterback wise, Justin Herbert's up to a superstar X Factor, which is good. I think we're good for defense. Don't have to move around. I think anybody. I feel like still can go back to the 4th corner option. I still want Jackson as our 2nd option. St. Jude's still good. It's a good D-line. Like, nothing to fix around with that. I think this is a good team. I honestly think this is a good team that could potentially be playoff contenders once again this year. Ryan Williams is going to be our kick returner and punt returner. And then Johnston is going to be backing both of them up, I think. Bethel Roman's not bad as a kick returner as well, so maybe he'll be our secondary kick returner. And then Johnston will be our third option on this side. And then Becton can be our third option on this side. Yeah, that's good. Specialist-wise, who's going to be... Okay, yeah, this is all good. Slot corner can be Jackson still. He can still be our corner. I think we're good. Slot receiver is obviously going to be Ladd McConkey. He's the best out of the three. Trey Harris. Oh, that's why Trey Harris had 1,000 yards last year. He was a gadget player. Okay, that makes sense. That makes way more sense now. Mason? No, we'll keep... yeah, we'll keep Mason as our secondary option for both these situations. And I think that's good. I think that's good. Let's sim to the playoffs. I'm not going to hop into a regular season game this year just because I feel like making the playoffs... Actually, no. Let's hop into a regular season game. Let's see how this team now looks. Alright, here we go. We are going to hop into the first regular season game, and it is going to be against the Raiders. It's going to be a tough game because actually at this point in the rebuild, they're going to have Ashton Jeanty, who's probably going to be up to a superstar X Factor. He's going to be probably around 90 to 95 as well at this point. Brock Bowers is probably going to be up to a 99 pretty much. He is one of the most generational tight end prospects we've ever seen. He's a guaranteed Hall of Famer if he stays healthy. He might be the most talented receiving tight end we've ever seen, and he's only in his second year. But he needs to stay healthy. But at this point in Madden, I do think he'll be very, very good. Then they might have drafted a quarterback as well with their high draft pick. So they might have a good team, but straight off the bat, Marion Hampton with a great run. We might actually get this, and we do! Okay, I didn't expect us to make it all the way there, so I wasn't getting hyped. But let's go! Let's go, that's huge. That's honestly huge. We start off the game with an easy running play, but it's the defense that, it's their offense that we're going to struggle with, I think. So this is where it gets difficult. They do have Dante Moore, who is their QB. Very interesting quarterback choice. And they have Ashton Jeanty, of course, who's going to... You know what? It's good. He is one of the most difficult players to tackle in this game. If you guys have played this game, you guys know it's actually so broken how many tackles he can break in this game. But I guess he has I think he has 1,000 yards rushing after contact. So he has one of the worst O-lines in the league, and he's still phenomenal. I think he's going to be a generational player once he does get an O-line. So it makes sense why he's breaking so many tackles. But let's use our Henley for a second here. Yup, not bad. Oh, right in the middle. Oh, you know what? Pick off. Picked. Bang! St. Juiced! Let's go! Let's go. Oh, he breaks that tackle too. Nice. Let's go. Good stuff. I didn't expect him to throw that up, but he got hit as he threw. Let's go. Dante Moore with an early pick in this game. Okay. Oh my gosh. Shoot. 2nd and 12. Let's go curl flat. Ryan Williams, I might want to find him on a deep ball here. Ladd McConkey, I don't like this route at all. Let's set him in the inside. Get him within my vision. Yeah, let's just go Ladd here. Spin out of this. It's not a bad play. Not a great play. Who are their superstars, though, at this point? Let's take a look. On defense, their superstars are Max Crosby and Cody Barton. They actually did pick up Cody Barton, which is it's a good pickup for them. Let me just scramble here. Let's get Justin Herbert some rushing yards. We have the speed for this. We might make it all the way. Maybe not. I don't want to take the hit here. I don't want to injure Herbert. Yeah, I need to keep Herbert safe. This is the first game of the season. If we're going to make the Super Bowl, obviously, we need Justin Herbert at the helm. Let's go for a run. Come on, Hampton. Way to bounce off that. Let's go. We're cooking. This team feels so much better than last season. Last season, we struggled against the Cardinals. This season, we are going to be so much better. Let's keep Henley. Yup. Watch Brock Bowers, please. Nice. Right in the middle. Bang. Hit him. Okay, who are their superstars on here? Just Jeanty? Yeah, just Jeanty and Bowers. Look at how many superstar abilities Bowers has. Ridiculous. Bowers is one of my favorite players ever. I have his rookie card back there. I'll show you guys that in a sec. Yeah, you see those things up there? I don't know if you guys can see it. Above those like 3 box things, above that, I have 5 trading cards of some of my favorite players ever. First one is Wembanyama. That's just because it's a valuable card, not because Not because I'm like the hugest fan. I just think he's going to be a generational player, so I bought his card. The other one is Luke Kuechly, who might be my favorite NFL player ever. I mean, I am a Patriots fan. I know a lot of you guys aren't going to like that, but my family's from Boston, so I have to be. So Tom Brady has to be my favorite player ever. But other than Tom Brady, Luke Kuechly is just, he was just such a fun player to watch. Even as a kid, you know, not really knowing what's going on as much in football, watching him as a player, oh my gosh, he was just insane. Like, you would fear him, even though he wasn't the biggest player. You know, he wasn't the massive threat that like a Ray Lewis was. You know, guys like that. He was just so intelligent, and I think he changed the game, and I think he is the most intelligent player to ever play the game of football. And so he's up there. Who else up there? Tavon Austin, one of my favorite college football players ever. Best college football tape of all time. So he's up there. His rookie card. Travis Hunter, just because he got me back into college football. I had a long period where I didn't watch college football. I just kind of got out of it for a little bit there. Just as I was like transitioning to like college and stuff, I feel like I just didn't have enough time to watch college football. But then Travis Hunter's season with Ashton Jeanty there, both of them brought me back into the sport, and it's just been college football. I find just as entertaining as the NFL, in my opinion. I think it's just, there's just so much on the line for these kids, and I mean, I guess I'm on the same age as them, but you know what I mean. So I think it's pretty interesting. And then the last player is Brock Bowers, my favorite college football player of all time. I know I said Tavon Austin's my favorite player, but Tavon Austin is my favorite player to watch. Brock Bowers is my favorite player to just overall, just in general. I think he's the best. I mean, he's the best tight end in college football history, guaranteed. There's no question about that. But I think he might genuinely be a top 5 receiving player in college football history. And that's a lot to say, but Brock Bowers led his team in receptions and yards on a very, very, very good Georgia team. Won multiple natties, and he was a tight end. And the fact that he's a tight end leading in yards is just shows you how amazing he is. He has an insanely good highlight reel as a player as well. One of my favorite players. But we do end up winning this game. It's a very easy win. Oh no, we don't. It's only halftime. Okay, so it's been a pretty easy game so far. I can pretty much just talk to you guys right now because we're going to win this game fairly easily. I'm just kind of testing out the squad a little bit here, seeing what works and what doesn't work. But yeah, back on the Brock Bowers thing. Who is your guys' favorite NFL player, and who's your favorite college football? As I said, mine, Luke Kuechly, and then Brock Bowers. Those are my 2 favorite players for NFL and college football. Oh my gosh, I fell for that so badly. Oh my gosh, nasty hit stick. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys' favorite player in both of those sports are. Let me know. But as of right now, let's lock up on defense. They are having a decent drive here. So far, we've been doing well. But I need to stop Jeanty a little bit better. Yeah, Jeanty's been getting too many chances. But Colson coming out of nowhere, throwing Jeanty to the ground. Let's go, Colson. I hope he has a good year, man, because I really like him as a player. Wait, first off, let's put Henley on a man coverage play. Yeah, have him on man for Brock Bowers. It's fine. Oh my gosh. Or hit him. Oh, how is he shrugging this off? Dang it. Like, we need to be forcing fumbles there. Let's go engage 8. Let's see if I can force some pressure on him. This could just be a run, just to wind down the time of this half. And they're going to wind it down anyway, so it's fine. But, yeah, come on. You got to be kidding me. Like, there's no way he shrugs off 2 hit sticks. Let's go cover 1 QB spy. I do need to watch Dante Moore. It seems like he is using his feet quite a bit in this game. So I'm going to watch him a little bit. Just help out a little bit with the defense. And, oh my gosh. I didn't keep a spy on him. I probably should have stayed on him. I didn't expect him to run. I honestly expect him to throw that. Okay, same play here. This time I am going to stick on Moore just a little bit more. A little bit more. But, sorry, that was cringe. Shoot! Honestly, I deserved that after that cringe joke. But anyways, they have to call their timeout here. They didn't get the TD, so this is gonna waste some crucial time for them. If we can just break through and get a hit here on Jeanty. Come on, get there. Let's go! Good tackle! Good tackle! Very, very good tackle from Henley there. Okay, let's use a Jackson this time. Should be a run again. It's gonna be a pass. That's wide open. Can't really do much. I can't really do much. It should have been a run. They decided to go for the play. They're going to go for the 2-point. I'm going to tell my team it's a pass because it should be. And I'm going to use their Henley just to watch the QB. Oh, wow. Okay, they get stopped. Yeah, I was going to say. I didn't expect them to go for a run there. Normally teams got to do something tricky, like a play action, you know, something a little bit tricky to try to throw them off guard, but just a straight run is very interesting. Okay, we do pick up the ball here, we win, we get the onside kick. It should be game over, but actually no, there's only a 5-point difference. So if they get an interception or a TD here, wait, hold on. Lad McConkey, get me a TD here, please. That one-on-one coverage is so open. Yup. Please don't overthrow this. And he catches it! Lad McConkey! Oh my gosh, that's going to end the game. Let's go, McConkey. What a beast. We beat them 21-9. Let's sim the year and let's see if we can make it to the playoffs once again. We should be able to, but I'm going to sim along. We're going to see if we can make it there. And we finished 11-6 once again. So not the greatest season. We finished 11-6 for 3 years straight. I mean, we're up to 90 overall, but we're going up against the Bills in the wild card. Once again, I have to simulate until the Super Bowl, which is going to suck. But yeah, I mean, finishing 11-6, it's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst. Before we check stats, though, I'm curious to see how the lineup actually looks. Because Ryan Williams is up to a superstar. Dev, Trey Harris, up to an 88. Nice, so it was definitely worth putting him there. Johnston as a fourth option is still really good. We have Gadsden, who's up to a 92. Slater and Alt are both doing really well in their positions. Why are they swapped sides, though? Oh, yeah. Why did we swap? I don't even know, honestly. Yeah, I prefer Slater as a right tackle anyway. This works. Yeah, the line is definitely good. Proctor's up to an 89. Hampton's a 96. Herbert's a 97 superstar X Factor, which is crazy. We're going to make sure that Mason is still our fullback. Johnson is going to be our secondary running back. And then defensively, let's see. Ooh, okay, yeah, we're not as good, especially linebacker-wise. Yeah, it's not looking as good. We have, we need an outside linebacker, but we have nobody else to put here. I mean, we can stick with him for now. It's not that bad. Anthony Hill can kind of carry the load here with Henley. Both these guys are doing really well. Jackson had a good season. Takari Davis is up to a 90. We still have St. Juice as our third option with the star Dev. Still is a good fourth option. Good D-line. Our D-line is looking great, especially with Thule up to a 91. Special teams-wise, Ryan Williams is our punt returner. Our kick returner is going to be Bethel Roman, I think, and then Johnson. I think both those guys should get the kicks. And then on the punt return, it'll be Bethel Roman and Ryan Williams. Specialist-wise, who is our... Yeah, slot corner is definitely going to be St. Just. And then Hampton. Yeah, Hampton could be our power running back. Third down running back. Third down, I want to make it actually Emmett Johnson. I know it's going to make it a lot worse, but I want to give Emmett Johnson some chances in these playoff games, just in case we don't win the Super Bowl this year or don't make it. I want him to start developing a little bit. Trey Harris still a gadget, and then slot receiver is going to be Lad McConkey. It's looking good. Let's take a look at stats, and let's see. Second in the NFL. Wait, hold on. Before we even check that, who is the MVP? We got fourth place, Justin Herbert. It is going to be Joe Burrow. I mean, he does win it quite a bit. Coach-wise, we didn't even get in the top 10, which sucks. AFC-wise, okay, AFC. I mean, Jamar Chase ended up winning Offensive Player of the Year. Justin Herbert's down to 8. Defensive Player of the Year, we didn't have anybody really good. Thule was there. Any Rookie of the Year? Oh, Ryan Williams, Offensive Rookie of the Year over Jeremiah Smith. So he was a great pickup for us, which is good. NFC-wise, Defensive Player of the Year was Xavier Brown. Offensive was Arch Manning, who went to the Cardinals. Defensive Player was Ruben Bain, who also is on the Cardinals. So the Cardinals team seemed pretty good this year. And then Devonta Smith got Offensive Player of the Year on this side. So very, very interesting season just overall and stat-wise. Let's go back to stats, though. Justin Herbert, second most in the NFL in yards, 4,875. And then 34-7 TD ratio is not bad. I mean, that's a really good ratio. 113 average rating. 36 sacks, so still quite a few sacks, but I feel like most of it might just because we're doing so many passing plays, most likely. Marion Hampton, though, average 4.9 yards, that's pretty good. 1,100 yards from him. Receiving-wise, we have 4,000 yard receivers. That is the most I've ever had on this channel. Oh my gosh, Ryan Williams, Lad McConkey, Trey Harris, and Gadsden, 4,000 yard receivers. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Wow. And he led the team, so that's insane. 4,000 yard receivers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry, I'm just writing this short. But Ryan Williams leading the team as well with 9 TDs, averaging 71.3 yards a game. 13 TDs, the most went to Ladd McConkey, but that's fine. He's our slot receiver. It makes sense. Blocking-wise, though, Slater. Oh my gosh, Slater. Wow, you could really not play right tackle for us. Maybe I want to throw you back at the left tackle position because that is really bad. 200 tackle guys, which is good. Most tackles for losses was Jarrell Jackson Jr. and Thule. Most sacks was Thule with 13.5 and then Owe with 9.5. Most interceptions was 2 for all 3 of these guys here. So we once again are not getting too many interceptions, but that's fine. We have a lot of pass deflections from Henley. We had a couple of forced fumbles in here as well. Any TDs? No defensive TDs, but that's fine. We had a good season. We had a very good season overall. Let's sim to the Super Bowl. Let's see if we can make it all the way there. And we've done it. We've made it to the Super Bowl. It is season 3, and we have finally made it to the Super Bowl. We have beaten the Bills in a very close game. We almost got knocked out there. And then another close game against the Bengals. And another close game against the Chiefs. Knocked all 3 of those teams out to end up making it to the Super Bowl against the Rams. Very, very interesting layout here. The Rams beat the Eagles, the Rams beat the Bucks, and the Rams had a bye, being the first seed. So it's going to be a tough game, guaranteed. But I feel like we can get this win. Let's hop into it. We have a better offense, but a worse defense. So we'll see. Does defense truly win championships, or can we just use our offense to fight our way through? Okay, and here we go. It is going to be a tough game. I mean, the Rams, they have Puka Nacua. They have a lot of talent. I think at this point in the game, Devonta Adams probably retired. This is 3 years in the future. If he does stay, I don't think he's going to be like the highest overall player. So that is at least one less thing to worry about, but it means that they probably picked up somebody to replace him with in the draft. Let's start off with just a quick run down the middle. See if we can get something going. Herbert? Not Herbert, sorry. Hampton almost had space there, but they came in with a great tackle. They have one of the best defenses in the league at this point. Shoot. Okay. Get a block, please. Get me a block. Nice. Easy first down. Easy first down. Good play. Good play. I can tell, though, just straight off the bat, it's going to be hard to run against this team. Let's go to the left side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. We're not going to have enough blockers, but if they can break off, it's been... Yeah, not enough blockers here. Maybe I should have just went to the right side. Let's go for a curl flat. And I'm looking for Gadsden. Yeah, I can't believe Gadsden had multiple 1,000-yard seasons. Oh my gosh, really sacked, yeah. We're getting locked up. Look at all of our players. Insanely bad in terms of separation. We do have a blitz coming in here. So if we do, then I'm looking for Trey Harris or McConkey. Okay, they are going to blitz. McConkey, let's just throw it quick coverage. Yep. Very good coverage on him, but McConkey wins that battle, and he breaks tackle too. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds. Yeah, he broke the tackle too. That is a very good play by McConkey. I expected him to get taken down first time. It's rare that you see wide receivers even catch that, let alone break that tackle. Ryan Williams. This play. Okay, let's see if I don't know if I can trick him out with the Gadsden motion. I mean, I'm going to find Ryan Williams just for a quick pass here. He has so much speed, but he can fumble. He is a smaller player. He, has made some mistakes for Alabama this season. So he definitely has the... I definitely shouldn't be taking hits, sorry, with him. Hampton, down the middle. Chalk him, chalk him, chalk him. I thought I'd be able to get him there. But that is one of the better players on their team. Who do they have as superstars, by the way? Okay, they have Connor. Okay, they picked him up from the Chiefs. Jared Verse, Leonard Moore. Leonard Moore is a beast as a corner. Plays for Notre Dame, one of the better corners in the league. And, Hampton, man. 2nd and 5. Play action. Let's go for play action. Let's see if we can catch him off guard here. They're probably assuming that we're going to run with Hampton. So let's see if we can catch him. Don't get sacked, please. Yup, we caught him. We caught him. Let's go. Trey Harris. Cross-body pass to Trey Harris. Amazing play calling there. We get our first TD of the game against the Rams. That's good. That's good. Okay. On defense here, this is where we're going to struggle, but who are their superstars? Obviously, Puka Nacua. John Mateer. He could actually replace Stafford very nicely. Extremely similar playstyle. John Mateer does have a little bit of the dual threat ability, but he is a pocket quarterback that is extremely accurate when he's in form. So I think he could be a good replacement. He has had some consistency issues towards the end of the season, but I think he's a good player. I think he is honestly a good player. That could be a good replacement now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, good swat from our big man there. Let's go. You rarely see that in this game. Okay, it is 3rd and inches though. You gotta watch Puka. Let me help out with Puka here. Okay, let me play a little bit towards the middle here. Okay. Oh, that check down's wide open. And Puka's just going to be so annoying. Puka's going to be so annoying. Let's go cover 4 drop. I'm going to play as the deep safety here just to watch Puka. And I honestly just want to sit back and watch Puka. Let's go for this camera angle just so I can see Puka a little bit better. Yep, that's fine. You know what? 9 yards there. It's fine considering that they have no timeouts left. Let's go for a man coverage. I want to double team Puka instead. But I'm not going to tell my player that. Yeah, actually no, we'll help out here. This is picked off. Picked off, please. Oh, we got to pick those. We got to pick those. Wait, they can kick from this far? Oh my gosh. Wait, I've never done this camera angle. Oh my gosh, this is a terrible camera angle. Whoever plays on this camera angle is just... Why would you ever play on the sideline camera angle? It is by far the most useless camera angle in the game. Let me know in the comments if you guys are one of those weirdos that play on the camera angle. By far, worst camera angle in the game. We do have to give them back the ball here, so they have a chance to go up in points. Like, look at this camera angle. How can you even play like this? Like, it's so difficult. Okay, let me try a play. Just like this. Okay, it's a running play. I mean, it's actually not that bad for a running play. But I think for passing plays, you're just going to get burned every time. Okay, let's go for this. Oh, this is one of my favorite plays in this playbook. It is so good if you can use the outside corner well. Unless it's a run. And it's not a run. Ah, I fell for it. I'm there. Oh my gosh! This play is specifically designed so that there is no throws on the outside of the field. That's how the play is designed. So how does that happen? I have no idea. Let's get Anthony Hill man coveraging on Puka. And then let's blitz this as well. Oh, I almost on him there. I read that nicely, but he had too much speed. Okay, ooh, what is this play? I've actually never seen this play before. Really interesting play call. Okay, it's fine. Oh, great quick pass. Mature is good at throwing the ball quick. So we do have to worry about that, but maybe we stick to man coverage. Man coverage has been better for us, but I need somebody on Puka. I need help out with Puka, I think. Maybe we'll try double wide receiver 1. Because as of right now, he's kind of their only true target. They have some other good players, but yeah, let's go for a double wide receiver 1 here. And it's not the same play, but the way that I do this is I have him, Anthony Hill man coveraging there, and then I play with the blitz. So he's going to go help out with Puka. And then I'm going to help out just in case it's a run game. No run pass. Somebody's need to get that zone. Okay, let's run something simpler. McNeil, I need you on Puka. As much as it's hurting us to man coverage Puka and leave that zone open, I can help out with that zone myself. Because we need to have a guy on Puka. And there we go. Great play start. Great start. Let's go cover 3 lock. And this time, okay, I don't mind him man coveraging their other receiver, but I still, once again, I'm too nervous about Puka. He is a top 5 wide receiver in the league, definitely top 3 this season, maybe even the best wide receiver in the league this season. He's just so dominant on every single game that he plays. Okay, wait, let's get Anthony Hill there. I don't want the quick passes. Okay, still, we'll play zone instead. Honestly, zone in the middle, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, let's play decent zone. Watching Puka. No, I'm there. I'm there. Yup, we're swatting that any day. Anthony Hill locks him up any day of the week. What is that? No way! Offense. Offense. Oh my gosh. Pass interference from Puka Nacua. We'll decline this and take the 4th and 7. No, because they have to go for a touchdown here. Let's accept this. Take the 3rd and 17 because they can't go for a kick here. They have to go for a TD. So let's play deep zone. I'm gonna help out with Puka on this side, just to watch the deep ball. And let's see if I can stop him. Come on. Okay, watch Puka. Yeah, let's just play deep zone and we get the sack. Great coverage. Amazing coverage from our team. 4th and 17. So taking that penalty was worth it there. Let me help out with Puka here. Okay, come on. Watching Puka, watching Puka. Yeah, I got him. I got Puka. Nope. Pick. Pick. Pick it! Oh my gosh, they almost caught that. If they almost caught that, that should be game. I can QB Neil. I think we are Super Bowl champions. I think we are Super Bowl champions. They have one time out. Yeah, we are Super Bowl champions. Oh my gosh. The Chargers are officially Super Bowl. Come on. Let me get my moment here. I gotta take one more QB Neil. 3, 2, 1. Now we are officially Super Bowl champions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, leave a like down below. Please help me support my channel. And please please support my channel. Subscribe, comment what team you guys want me to do next. You guys have commented the Rams for a very long time. It's taken me a while to get this video together, but I always respond to you guys' comments, so make sure you guys go in the comment section, spam whatever team that you guys want me to do next. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a blast, and peace.